guys, how are y'all? It is Monday and I am home. Let me tell you guys why I'm home. I can breathe better now. I am in better spirits, but the reason I stayed home was because Friday we found out at work. I'm sorry, I'm a little hot. Friday we found out that one of my coworkers, the one that I actually share office space with, had suspicious symptoms and had someone in their family exposed to someone with the virus. So employee health immediately sent her home, which left us all in a panic because this is the first time we've had one of our employees possibly exposed. So because I work in a little shoebox with her, it left me in a particularly... Huh?
No. Hello.
Hi. Yes, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. It left me in a particularly delicate situation because of this long-haired little galoot over here, in that he's young and he stays with my 76-year-old mother. So
56?
76. Nana 76. So I was worried about them. I was worried that if I had been exposed, maybe I hadn't exposed him, maybe he hadn't exposed her, and it was this whole thing. So I spoke to my mom and my sister, and I asked them if they were comfortable with him coming back this week. And of course they didn't want me to miss any work, but they were afraid. My sister was really afraid for my mother. You know, grandmas, moms are always like, oh, I'll be fine. But I was like, you know what, I appreciate it, but you also have to consider my sister because y'all live together. And I thought about it, and I said, you know what, at the end of the day, what's most important is not a day off without pay. It's everybody's health. So I started spinning my head trying to figure out what I was going to do with this little boy until I found out from my coworker whether her tests were negative. She needs 2 negative tests before work will allow her back. But 1 negative test is enough to kind of give all of us who are worried about having been exposed some breathing room. So Friday he was supposed to have gone with his dad, but there was no way I was going to let him go in case he had been exposed. There was no way I was going to expose his family to that. So I let little dude know in a roundabout kind of way, I didn't want to scare him, that those plans were off, that we were going to have to lay low. He understands about the virus. He understands that it's bad. He understands precautions need to be taken because we take them all. But I said, because the numbers have gotten so high, and because I work with somebody who might have been around somebody who had it, it was just going to be best and safest if we don't expose anybody else to us until we knew what my coworker's situation was. So he understood, and we played outside and made mud puddles and had an awesome weekend. But inside I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what I was going to do with him until I didn't know how long it was going to take for my coworker to get results to let us know something. So what am I going to do with my little boy? I don't have any PTO. I was just ongoing, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. So the only solution I could come up with, because there's no way, people were already scared of us because I work in a clinic. People were already scared of us because, to be around us because of it. So here I am. How am I going to ask somebody to babysit him, to watch him, because one of my coworkers might have been exposed? Who in their right friggin' mind is going to say, oh, sure, bring him over? Nobody. So I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just assumed I'm going to get fired. I'm going to lose my job. But anywho, I've been really super stressing about that. But thankfully this morning I was able to get a hold of my coworker, and I explained to her what the situation was, and she was just like, well, just relax. My first test came back negative. So I hope that helps. And it did help. It helps a lot because my only option at this point, I had a friend who works from home that was willing to have him come stay with her during the week or until we got results back from my coworker. But he doesn't really know her. He knows her but doesn't know her. And being autistic, switching him up, putting him in a place like that when he's so socially awkward and has anxiety himself would have been terrible for him. He would have been in a bedroom with a laptop and a TV by himself all day long in a stranger's house, just because in case he was carrying something, she wouldn't be as exposed. But she was willing to take care of him, but it was not going to be an ideal situation. And my heart was breaking, honestly. I hated the idea of it. So I really didn't want to go that route. And thankfully, we didn't have to. I let my family know that my coworker's test was negative and they're ready with open arms to take little dude back tomorrow. I go back to work. We're still waiting. We're all gonna take a big breather though. I mean, a lot of pressure is off because one test was negative. We're hoping the second one is negative as well. But because I work in a 7-foot space with this coworker, and because my boss feels that this particular coworker had high risk behavior anyway, for future potential scares, she is moving me out of that office into an exam room. So I'm going to have an exam room as an office. They're working on it right now to try and tweak it more workable as an office. She gave me the option today when I let her know I can't come into work. I don't have anybody that can take him on until tomorrow for the rest of the week. And I was really stressing out and really bugging out. So I spoke to her and she said, she really feels for me. She feels bad that I was caught up in this situation, that my family was caught up in this situation. She's going to try and see if there are any concessions in HR that will allow me to actually get paid for the day, considering it wasn't just a call-in because it's a call-in. You know, there was something behind it that was out of my control. So she's going to see if there are any allowances for my being able to get paid for today, so I don't have to use up my accrued PTO that's falling onto my paycheck this Friday. She's also, like I said, making accommodations to move me out of that office into an exam room. So it's working out, and I was able to breathe and I was able to feel better. And we were able to get out and about. I needed groceries. We were bare boned. I did the pickup delivery thing at Walmart yesterday for the main things, but then there were some things that I'd forgotten, and all the stress, there were some things I'd forgotten, some things I needed for him, a prescription, and something else that I needed for him for his daily routine, his medication routine. So I'm like, oh gosh, so I had to go out today, but I felt a little better about it. I didn't feel as bad. Had I not known that the first test was negative for my coworker, I probably wouldn't have gone, but little dude absolutely needed these things. So I did. I felt better. So we got dressed and headed out. We double masked in dang near 100-degree heat just because I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting any cootie for me, even though that test was negative still, you know. So we double masked and I went to get the things that he needed. Excuse me. There's one particular little antacid that works for him because he has acid reflux that I had to get at 99¢ only. It's not bitter. It doesn't taste gross. And if I mix it with something sweet, he can take it. And he's been getting a lot of indigestion because our sleep pattern is all thrown off and he's staying up a little later, noshing and snacking a little later, and then he gets acid reflux. So this one at 99¢ only really works for him. So we went to 99% only, picked up a few things there, and then we went ahead and went to the little thrift store here in our town that's open only Monday through Friday until 3 o'clock. So figured let's sneak a peekaloo in there and see what's in there, because he's found some really good things in there, and I did find a few little things. So I say all that to say I wanted to come on and let you all know that I had been in a really bad headspace. Now when a person is in a bad headspace, me anyway, I'm very nitpicky, and there were some things going on with my neighbors that that really bugged me, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach some snippets in here of that drama that's unfolding with my neighbors across the way. 2 neighbors in particular on the right side of my house, and they are driving me insane. And just for craps and giggles, I decided let's go on ahead and attach that in there just so you all know where my state of mind was. I had a lot of time on my hands this weekend to find things to be mad about, but it's legitimate. You guys are gonna see it's legitimate. But little dude wants to show you guys something. What do you want to show?
An alien.
An alien. Where do we pick him up at?
The comic book store.
A comic book store. Who else do you have to add to your collection?
My favorite, Pennywise.
A little Pennywise thingy. We picked these guys up at the comic book store not too long ago, but he wanted to show you guys because he had. But anywho, let me go ahead and attach the little snippets of my wonderful neighbors, and then we'll get into the good stuff, which is a thrift haul and 99¢ only. Well, too many thrift hauls and a 99¢ only haul, and I've prattled on long enough. So if you guys have hung in here long enough, thank y'all, and here we go. My purple hearts are completely crushed. There are areas where it's completely flat and uprooted because damn dogs from the neighbors are coming through here and here. The same problem I had years ago. They're walking all through here, crushing everything. There's a path where it's just crushed. I saw a little white dog come through here. Then they walk along the edge over here and crush over here. I'm not going to have my yard. That little dog is the one who's been destroying my yard. And this is the solution the neighbor has. To tie him on a short leash to the fence post. No water, no food, no doghouse, no protection from the elements. It's almost 100 degrees out here. I feel bad because I complained that the dog was destroying my fence. Well, not the fence, but destroying my yard when he crawled under the fence. And this is their solution. Tie him up. Sorry about the noise. On a leash to the post. And he can't lie down. She's just sitting there. Why own pets if you're going to be this irresponsible? And then this neighbor directly next to the dog neighbor has their yard in this state all the time. Usually it's worse. Honestly, this is clean compared to how she usually keeps it. It's just terrible. Like, you don't respect something you don't own, I guess. Both of them are renters or leasers, and I'm not knocking anybody who rents or lease, because I know plenty of renters and leasers care for their properties and their neighbors, but a lot don't, and this is proof. Unless you work hard for your own, it's easy to just destroy it. This house over here, nobody's lived in for a while. Hopefully when someone moves in there, it won't be more sucky people. But my poor little neighborhood is going to crap. I'm just so frustrated. Okay. Now, I'm in a way better mood. I'm not as as I was. So let's get into the funner stuff that we got ourselves into today after we could breathe. I went to the 99-cent Aldi because there was some stuff, like I said, that I forgot to put on my order at Walmart. Mainly produce. Girl tried to make tacos and I didn't have the right stuff. And I'm just out of veggies, like a lot of stuff that I can like snack on. And when it's hot outside, I do a lot of veggie and fruit snacking. So I ate the last of my celery last night, so I grabbed the little celery hearts, some maters, because a taco ain't a taco without a mater. I got the crustiest, ashiest, funkiest avocados I could find, because y'all know how green and delicious they're going to be inside. I got some carrot medallions. I like the baby carrots, but right now I'm nursing a bad tooth. Yeah, it's acting up again. I'm actually on antibiotics for it, which is something I forgot to tell you all about, but I yammered on so much. You guys, tooth, antibiotic, on track. I got some little medallions so I don't have to crunch. I can just crunch, you know what I mean? I found some tunas. These are the nopal pear, the prickly pear, the red cactus pear. They're tunas. We call them tunas. And it's the little fruit that grows on top of the nopal, the little paddle cactus, whatever. They're really good. They have a lot of little seeds in them, but they're good and fresh. And I like to mash them and put them in smoothies, or mash them and drizzle them over pound cake. So good. So I found those. I got some A1. Now, if you know how to cook a steak, you don't need no steak sauce. But I like it for like meatloaf and to put in patties when I make homemade cheeseburgers. So I got some of that. I hadn't had that. And then this deliciousness. I get so excited when I find these for $1.99 because they're like $3, $4, $5 depending on where you buy them. And I love the piña colada. So I got that. And then that's all the grocery stuff that I found. I got little dude his antacid, which I have over there with the rest of the medications. This is the fun stuff. Well, I don't know how fun you consider washcloths, but I picked up some washcloths because It's hot, okay? And when it's this hot, we take a whole lot of showers. So we ran out of washcloths real fast. I thought this was a good deal. 8 washcloths for $1.99. Hey, so I got 2 bunches of those. I don't want to put it on my celery because then it's going to stink like celery. We are wearing masks now. I used to let little dude initially wear a bandana if we're just like gonna go walk around at the park, or if we're just gonna be somewhere where there's not a whole big congestion of people. I let him wear his bandana. But if we're inside a grocery store or a pharmacy, which is where we've been going, or a thrift store, we started going to thrift stores. That's gonna ebb off some because I am scared of the numbers, and the disinfecting everything before I bring it in is getting old. Let me tell y'all, it's too hot for me to be out there lysoling and airing out and stuff like that, because that's what I do before I bring it in. I try and disinfect as best as I can outside before I bring it in and wash it, or finish off. Your girl is getting over all that, so thrifting might ebb off a little. But anywho, for those walks around the park or walks around the neighborhood, he loves red bandanas. And this is make your own red bandana. You get your ties in your bandana like all YouTube had, and it was only 99 cents. And we figured, hey, let's go ahead and give it a try. That way it goes up under his chin a little better than just the cowboy one hanging. So I'm being careful, especially after the scare. I mean, I'm being uber careful. And I know a lot of y'all are like, well, you should just stay at home. But I don't want to feel closed in so much. And if there is opportunity that we can do a little something safely, then we do. We're still not eating out at restaurants. We're still not doing any of that. So a little trip to a thrift store hopefully won't hurt anybody. I picked these up. They're Elite Pro Beauty silicone facial sponges. They were $2.99. You get the little sponge and you put your cleanser in the little hole, and then you squishy, squishy, squishy. And it has these little nibs because little dude is young, but I want to start taking care of his skin now because I don't want him to have bad skin. And I'm starting to see a few little blackheads pop out here, so we're going to get all up in there and nip it in the bud. So I got some of those. We do have the little brush thing, which he really liked, but he laughs so much through it. I'm just like, we're going to go ahead and try those. I got some more of these eyebrow shapers because my eyebrows are so thinned out. That's just the shape they're in is thin, but I have a whole lot of crazy growth all over the place that I've just neglected to tend to because I couldn't find the last one I had of these, so I picked up some more of those. Don't come for me about my brows. I know, okay? I know. Then they had licky sticks, okay? They had licky sticks galore. They had some L'Oreal and some Wet and Wild color. Was that you screaming?
No, that was a computer.
Oh, you freaked me out a little bit.
Oh my
There are
gosh.
these colors. Can y'all kind of see? There we go. There are these colors in the Wet and Wild.
What was this?
That's your bandana thing you wanted. You forgot that fast? You goober. And then these in the L'Oreal. 99 cents. So those were my girly little guilty pleasure. Don't knock the phone over, babe. Guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure things I purchased. So that was 99 cents only. Then we went over to, oh, I want some of this smoothie so bad right now. But I need to crush some ice. I like to be a little extra and crush ice. Okay, so then we went to the little thrift store, Thrifty Station, across from that shopping center. To the thrift, we went thrifting to Thrifty Station. You guys, I saw these, I fell in love. My eyeballs popped out of my head. So beautiful. I already know I am looking for wooden base lamps now because they're going to be so perfect and pretty. I already know the room I want to put them in. I just need to find a Frankenstein head happening there. I need to find some wooden based lamps. Yeah, I think no glass would be too extra. If I can find some light wood based lamps. Look at these lampshades. It's pressed flowers. I don't know how they attach them on here, but it's all these pretty pressed flowers and pressed foliage on this gorgeous lamp. They had 2 of them. So I got both I was so excited when I saw these, and I'm like, I'll pay $10 for each. I love them so much. I'll pay $10 for each. That's how much I love them. But they were $5 each. They came home. I already know the base I'm looking for. I don't know that I've ever seen a wooden base lamp in the style I'm looking for. I'm sure if I Amazon it, I'll find them. But y'all know I'm going to have to thrifty hunt for it to satiate my treasure hunting vibe. But those are gorgeous. I got those. Little dude found this thing. I don't know what the heck this is. He found this thing. Is this from IKEA as well?
I think so. IKEA.
We found a very strange little IKEA. What is up with IKEA and these strange little stuffed animals? Your frog with the wings is from IKEA.
Yeah, flying Kermit.
Yeah, what is this thing? But anywho, he found this. He really liked it.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah. He's drawn to these IKEA things. They have the strangest little thingies, but this was 50 cents. So he came home with us. He was in a bucket of toys. This was so pretty, and I already know where it's going to go. It's going to go nestled among my perfume bottles. So pretty. And it was $2. So pretty, so girly. We got there, because I told you we weren't going anywhere until I got the all clear from my coworker this afternoon that her first test was good. So we got to this thrift store with like 30 minutes to spare because I was bound and determined to get his antacid first. So we did that and then crossed over. So we only had 30 minutes, but I hit pay dirt. Sheffield Home. Beautiful picture frame with the yellow enamel. Y'all see me with the yellow enamel, right? Gorgeous. Look at the detail on here. So pretty. Enamel and blingy. Beautimous. That one was $3. See? And then a smaller one. See the small one? 5x7, 4x6. This one was $2.50. Okay, so I was uber excited about that. The lady at the register told me that they had just put those out. This pretty little cross for $2. It's resin. And this is going on the wall right by my little coffee cluster thing. I have two little plaques that are coffee related, or no, tea related and cafe related. And these are going there because it's the same color as the metal on there. And this one was $2.50 as well. So pretty. Oh no, this one was $2 and this was $2.50. I think they're pretty. I love crosses. If you guys have been with me a while, y'all know that. So, and the only other thing I picked up there was this beautimous basket. It's probably a bread basket. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's gorgeous. I want to nestle a plant in it. Probably a fake one because I don't want any dripping to ruin it. It is so pretty, and it was $3. I couldn't find a price on it anywhere, so she just said, how's $3? I said, how's about okay? So I got that. So now let me run upstairs. I'm going to pour me some of this smoothie, crush me some ice right quick. Let me run upstairs and show you guys what we picked up last week at Thrift Town. Okay, so we're back upstairs, and up here I have the Thrift Town things, and I had them up here because I had them Lysoled and sitting in the bathtub to dry. Now they're just ready to go in the washing machine. I have been wanting pillows for outside. Either the chairs in the front, which now that the dog is doing whatever he wants with my front little patch of land, these may go in the back, on the back chairs now. But they're these cute little pineapples that were all the rage last summer. Adorable. They were $3.99 each. and I've been wanting some so long, and the material is weather resistant. These are definitely made for outside. I had found some other really pretty ones, but they were more like throw cushions for inside, and I already know they were going to get rained on and moldy and disgusting. These are a little more forgiving to the rain outside. It's that I don't know what kind of material that is, but it's that material. I got 2 of them for 2 chairs. Like I said, my plan was for the front, but who knows what that's going to look like in a few weeks if they don't tame that poor little dog. And I'm too scared to say anything about the little dog now, because right now they moved it from where it was tethered in a sun patch to their back patio. There's no doghouse. I haven't been able to peek through the slats to see if it has any food or water. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be chunking bologna or something over there, because that's some bull crap. Don't own a pet if you don't know or don't want to take care of it. But anywho, I got these guys. Now, the reason I bought these is not to make a shelf out of them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 12 of these, and what I had initially planned is what I am going to do with these is I'm going to zip tie them together in a row of 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4, depending on how big a wall space I want to use. I'm going to zip tie them together, and then I'm going to hang each one by hooks. Then I'm going to get small S hooks and attach them to the rails that are out here. And that's how we hang little dude's Nerf guns. We made him a Nerf gun wall. Looks really cool. Inside of his closet doors using pegboard and over the door hooks. This had been my initial idea because I had these in the garage. I thought I did. I could not find them. And then I remembered last minute that I gave all the pieces to my friend to make shelves for her little boy's room. So my initial idea had always been to use these S hooks and over the door hooks and zip ties to make an awesome Nerf gun display. And I asked little dude if he would like to continue making another Nerf display, because he has his big mega guns that we ran out of pegboard for. And he said, yeah, we can make that. So I bought this whole thing. I saw where the tag was on it at one point, but it fell off, and the lady sold me all 12 for $3. So that was awesome. So that's our DIY plan. And if I remember, I'll try and show you guys. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, many months ago when we first put it up together, you guys already saw how when you open his closet, he has his Nerf guns posted up there. It was pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. So when we Nerf gun battle now, we just go grab our arsenal and run around the house like lunatics. But he needed more space for his mega guns. I got this fluffy blanket. I haven't washed it yet. I Lysoled the snot out of this thing. I hung it all across my lawn chairs, and it stayed out there for a day. I hope it doesn't have fleas and ticks on it now. But anywho, it's this chenille blanket in blue that I wanted for little dude's room, and it was $3.99. Not super uber hot, but something to drape over you downstairs in the wintertime when you're watching TV and it's a little nippy. I think that would be good. So I'm going to throw that in the washer right now, right along with a few other articles of clothing that I found little dude. I can't resist. He wanted these guys. I wasn't sure. He sees this as red. I see it as orange. But he liked the color. They're Abercrombie, which doesn't hurt. They were $3.99. And he wants to wear them with a white t-shirt. Okay, they're a little big, but little big won't hurt, you know. So there are those. T-shirt, $2.99, and these are nice and big and roomy. T-shirt, $1.49. I found a bunch of Zoo York for him, and Zoo York was one of my big dude's favorite brands. They do last a long time. Got this one, and they're really long and roomy. These particular ones are. This was $1.99. I don't want to unfold them because I haven't washed them. I've Lysoled them, but I haven't washed them. What if a cootie flies out? These were $2.99. This one, that's also a Zoo York. This is a Zoo York. This is my favorite one. This color looked really nice on him. This is $1.99. I didn't find anything on sale. No, wait a minute. That wasn't a Zoo York. This is a Vans. This one is a Vans. This is the Zoo York in dark gray. $2.99. I found this Ralph Lauren tee for $3.99. A little more expensive, but you're still getting awesome quality in Ralph Lauren at a way super discount price, so why not? And then just this plain basic Gildan blue big shirt. And I've noticed that he's become a little, I may have mentioned it in other videos, he's become a little self-conscious about his belly starting to poof out, and I don't want him uncomfortable in his clothes, so I'm buying them a little bigger just to give him that comfort. Like I said, you don't want your kids to have weirdnesses about their weight because it could lead to bad things. The only other things I picked up was this little glass jar for 69 cents, and it is an Anchor Hawking, and it gives you milliliters, tablespoons, teaspoons, and ounces. And I love the idea of this instead of little individual measuring spoons, because then you got to get in there and clean all the little divot out and everything. This is just a little shot glass for all that goodness. There's a sticky smooch on there. Ew. And then I found this little apple thing for my laundry closet that is decorated in apples. Too cute. I couldn't resist it. I'm such a sucker for apple things. It was $1.99. So that is everything. I am going to go ahead and start my laundry and throw all these clothes in. Wash up everything that needs to be washed up. Put everything away that needs to be put away. But I wanted to come and say hi and visit with you guys a little while and give you all the heads up on what's going on. I hope all of you are staying safe. Hold on, I do have one more thing. Are y'all interested? I don't even want to open it. I've seen the reviews on YouTube so far about this one. Oh, yes. And it is not good. Everybody has said when they open this month's Ipsy that there is a funk coming out of the envelope. And it is. It smells like straight PVC. That is really stinky. It's a cute little bag with an airplane logo on it, but it super stinks. Real quick. Hemp's Citrine Crystal and Quartz Herbal Body Moisturizer. It has a little bit of glitter in it. There's that. Let me do. But that smells really bad. Lip filler lip liner. Okay. A full size lip liner in that color. Mauve. Okay. Boy, that smells. You know what it smells like? Y'all remember in the 70s, those of y'all that are old enough, those Halloween masks, those terrible, scary Halloween masks that you had the teeny tiny, itty bitty nose holes in it, and by the time you made it to the second or third house, you were going to fall out and pass out and suffocate because of the pesticide and garbage in the mask. You remember? That's what this smells like. That's what this smells like. Those 1970s Halloween masks. Asbestos. That's what it smells like. Will powder, blush. How do you open this thing? Do y'all even really care? I'm so over Ipsy. Whatever. Nothing fancy. The last 2, maybe 3, has sucked. Luna liner. Another friggin' eyeliner. Another one. And hydrating facial cleanser. Cleanse, refresh, restore for normal to dry skin. Okay, so there's that. There's the bag. Escape. I wish I could escape the funk of this nasty bag. I think this is it. I think I'm going to give myself one more month. My birthday month, I'm going to do August. And then I'm going to cancel my subscription. It's not very expensive, but it's still $13 little that I can use on something else. Way more fun. $13, I can use at Dollar Tree and get things I'm really, really happy with. Because Ipsy's been slipping. But anywho, that's everything. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're all okay. Stay safe. Do whatever you can to stay safe. Okay? I'm not going to tell you to wear a mask and do this and that and that, because I know people stand on different ends of all that. Just do whatever you possibly can to stay safe, keep yourself safe, and keep others safe. Okay? Consider others. That's all I'm going to ask. Consider others. The choice you make can affect somebody else. Just be careful. Okay? So until my next go around, I hope you guys are safe and awesome, and I love y'all bunches. Bye. as I was editing and looking back at everything, a couple of things stood out. One, I forgot to show y'all these Nilla banana pudding wafer cereal. And in the beginning of the video, it's sitting here the whole time. Right there. I even put something on top of it and totally forgot to show y'all what I thought may be a very interesting cereal. Other thing I noticed. Let me acknowledge this disgusting ketchup stain. I made myself a scrambled egg sandwich this morning. And as I bit into it, all the juicy yumminess fell out. Now, this means I was out in public with this friggin' stain on me. Embarrassing. Now, the other thing, as I was playing back the video, I saw something in the reflection of the mirror behind me, and it was this doohickey that I picked up at Thrift Town, along with the blue blanket and everything else. Now, this has been washed, because the plan was that I was gonna hand it over to one of my knitter friends, but then I fell in love with it, and I want it. It's one of these granny behind the sofa little crocheted blankets, and it was $3.99. I have the tag to show you guys, and I don't know what the heck I did with the tag. It's here somewhere. But anyway, it's the size of a twin bed. It goes across. When I stretched it out, it looked just the size of a twin bed. So that was $3.99. I thought it was an awesome price for something that somebody lovingly handmade. At least I hope it was lovingly and not made to, you know, snuff somebody out in the middle of the night. I'm so convinced that some of these things I'm bringing into my house might be haunted, might have a poltergeist in it.
Oh, poltergeist.
Anywho, that's everything. Wanted to clear those things up. And also, let y'all know, I'm going to attach a few itsy bitsy, teeny tiny things I left behind at Thrift Town. Okay, now I'm out of here. Now y'all are done with me. Now y'all can move on with y'all's day and be rid of me until my next go around. But I still love y'all bunches.